I'm going to be talking about Dragon's Dogma. We've gotten a little bit more news, not like a lot, but we have had a little bit. And what they've been saying is that it is going to be, in many ways, very similar to Dragon's Dogma 1, in that some of the quality of life improvements that we could have had, we're not getting. So the first one is fast travel. The way fast travel works in a lot of games, say Skyrim, is you open up your map, you look for a quick access point, the fast travel point, click on it, and you go there. Near instantly it loads. Dragon's Dogma, the way it did it was they have a few places around the map that you can fast travel to, but they're pretty much only major cities. You can travel to a major city, and I think there might have been maybe one other fast travel point built into the game. And the way you would fast travel for the rest of the game is occasionally you might find in the wild or at the end of quests, you might get these port stones, and the port stones, you could basically walk around anywhere you want and plant it anywhere you want in the game. So if you see a location, you're like, this is a good location, you just put the stone there and you can fast travel to that point whenever you want. However, if you wanted to travel to another place, you would have to find one of your old port stones, pick them up, and then move them to the new location, and then you can plant it down there. So that's the way they did it. You would have access to, I think, in total 12, although you couldn't get all of them in one playthrough. So you might get like 2 or 3 in a playthrough, and the next playthrough, you could get another 2 or 3 doing the same things. And then eventually you could get up to 12, and you could designate 12 points across the map. And then also, you can't fast travel whenever you want. You need to use something called a fairy stone, which is a consumable item. So you use the fairy stone, you can fast travel to where you want to go. It uses up your fairy stone. If you have no fairy stones, you have to run from point A to point B. So a lot of people were thinking, okay, you need to tweak that system. So in Dark Arisen and Blackrock Isle, they made it that the area was a little more like a Souls game where it's interconnected and you could find shortcuts and that sort of thing. So you didn't really need to fast travel through there. But they also came up with an item, which I don't remember what it was called, but it was a permanent fairy stone that was not a consumable. You can just use it whenever you want. So you were still limited into where you could fast travel to, but you could fast travel as often as you wanted to. And in this one, they're going back to the consumables. So a lot of people are disappointed with that. The other thing that has me very disappointed, the other one's kind of a quality of life thing. But the thing here that's going to get me very disappointed and has a lot of people very disappointed is that, again, they have decided we are only going to limit your game to one save slot. You can only have one save, and that's it. You cannot have any more. And that save slot, is shared with autosaves. So, if you get on an autosave in a bad location, you're stuck in a bad location, and there's no way out because you only have that one save. So, a lot of people are thinking, "What are you thinking? Why would you possibly do this? This is insane." Especially because on, like, a PC, you can back up your save, pull it out of the folder, throw it somewhere else, and then create a new save. It's a tedious, it's annoying, but you can do it, but on console, that's it, you just got that one save, you cannot do that, which means that you cannot have multiple characters. If you build your character and you build for a certain build and later on you're thinking, "I wanna try something else," the only way to do that is to completely erase your save and start over, which, I mean, you'd have to do that anyway, but now if you ever wanna go back to that old save, you can't do it. You have to completely destroy it in order to start a new build or whatever. So, that is very disappointing. I don't know why they made these design choices. It just very odd, especially the one save slot thing. You can see where a save gets corrupted or something and just that's it, it's gone. There's no backups of it. Or you walk into a room that you weren't you prepared to be there. There's a boss on the other side of the door. It just one shots you. So you're thinking, okay, I'm just gonna go to a previous save before I walk to that room. Sorry, your save slot is the moment you walk into that room. That's it. You better hope that RNG blesses you and that boss doesn't attack you for 5 seconds, that you can get right back out the door. So yeah, it's a bizarre design choice. I'm still gonna enjoy the game. I dealt with it in the first one, but yeah, I don't know why they would make that decision.